Welcome to the Laughing Out Press. My name's Joe, and today we're going to talk about duplexing. Duplexing is gluing together two separate sheets of paper to form your final project. We usually use duplexing to avoid having any show-through from one side of a piece of paper to the other. But we can also use it to add a lot of style to a project by using a different colored piece of paper on the front and the back. Or we do things such as triplexing or quadplexing, where we can layer alternate colored papers in the center to just add a little style when you look at it on end. And then beyond that, duplexing, we use it as just a practical standpoint where a lot of papers are not available from manufacturers in the weights that our customers want. So we can take a lighter sheet of paper and duplex it, triplex it up to get that final weight that our customer desires. A lot of people wonder about the durability of duplex projects. They worry that they're going to come apart or delaminate. But we use a pressure-sensitive bookbinding glue, and we've never had any failures, and it's really made specifically for the purpose of duplexing. With letterpress, you have something called show-through when you print, and that's because of that deep impression we try to get into the paper, that sometimes it can compress the paper enough that you can read it from the opposite side. So obviously, if you have a project that has two sides, printing on the front and the back, you don't want to be able to read the front on the back and the back on the front. So what we do is we'll print each half separately and then duplex them before final trim. And this gives you the most premium looking product with none of that show through or any of those weaknesses. Another time that we really like to use duplexing is when we have a project where the customer wants a large solid color on the back of their final piece. And because of the limitations with letterpress, large floods of ink color never work out really well. So what we typically recommend is we'll find a colored paper that closely matches the PMS color they're after. And we have lots of resources with a lot of different manufacturers that we can usually get it pretty close. So we eliminate that flood of ink color on the back, and then we can use either letterpress or hot foil stamping, white foil, various procedures like that to really get a great final product. So some examples of projects we've done in-house that utilize duplexing and triplexing. Here's a postcard we did for Dropbox. This actually has a digitally printed front on it with foil stamping on it, and then a letterpress printed back. So we had the front digitally printed, we foil stamped it, we letterpress printed the back, and then we joined them both together before final trim. So it makes a fantastic final project. Here's a note card we did with foil stamping on the back. They wanted the black flood. I believe this is Gammon paper. So what we did is we printed the back first, foil stamped it, and then joined the two pieces together before final trim. We also we use it extensively with business cards. Because of the density of the information that needs to be put on business cards, a lot of people like to have printing on the front and the back. So here's a business card we did for VLDG, a interior design and architecture firm, and it's actually Letra on two sides with a colored paper on the interior, and we cycled through different colored papers to fit their company branding. It has heavy impression on both sides and makes a great final product. My own business cards, which are the coolest. We have, again, letterpress printing on each side with foil, and then layered in another color paper in the center just for that added splash. And it really adds a lot of character and certain, I don't know what. In summary, if you have a project that you need letterpress printing on both the front and the back, or hot foil printing, or you want to mix digital with letterpress, or you want to use different colored papers on each side. Duplexing is a very functional and aesthetic way to add a lot of style and class to your final project. So if you have any questions or think your project might be a good fit for it, give us a call here at the Laughing Out Press. We're always happy to help you and walk you through any questions you might have and make recommendations on what will make the greatest final project for you.